Hello everyone, good afternoon, good evening. Actually I'm not even sure what time it is. Anyway, I thought I'd just come on because I've been playing with some bits and bobs in the cabin today, and I just thought I'd show you this. This is I bought these Kodak ready mounts, they're vintage ones, and yeah, I thought I'd use them. I've seen other people use them and I thought I'd have a go and see. I did do one quite a while ago now and it didn't turn out as good as I'd wanted, but I've just completed one here. I'll just see if you can see it. Yeah, so you can see that it's really pretty. So I thought I'd have a go and make a couple with you, and so yeah, so they come like this, and you fold, well, they come flat and then you fold them over. So I'll just take one off. You can, I got these from eBay, and I think maybe, well, I actually can't remember. I'd be lying if I gave you a price, but it wouldn't have been that much because I don't spend a huge amount on things like this. So yeah, you can get them, as I said, on eBay. So on one side they're a little bit plainer, and on the other side they're, you've got this sort of around here, this writings, it's text, and the blue border. So I've done it in green tissue. What I did was I used tissue paper, and I thought I'd just do the same thing again. So I've got some different tissue papers here. This one was something that I did with glue. I know I did more and I don't know where they are, but I'm sure I'll find them. They'll be in somewhere. So there's green, the same colour that I used for that one. I've got a beige here, got a pretty pink. All of these are recycled, apart from the blue one, this one. I bought this specifically for a project, for a book. So, yeah, so all of these are recycled. And then I've got this really nice colour. It's like a, I wouldn't call it lilac. It's like, but it is a sort of a very light purple. I don't know if it'll look that colour on camera. And then I have this. This actually isn't recycled. I bought this as well. I love this one. And this was quite cheap. It wasn't expensive at all. I think I got it from Amazon. So if you put in tissue paper, floral tissue paper, you might come up with something like this. So yeah. So I think I'm going to use the purple this time and see how I get on with it. So yeah, a lighter colour. Just grab my, where's my scissors? Oh, there we are. Yeah, a lighter colour, you can see the blue outline and the text through it. So yeah, I have to see about that. Maybe I need a few layers. I'm just going to cut a couple of pieces. And what I did is I glued the outside with just glue stick, and then I laid this over the top, firmed it all down, and then cut it out in the center. So that's what I'm going to do again. I did get into a bit of problem initially. It was just I was impatient and I didn't do it very well. So I ripped the tissue paper. So the key is when you're cutting out, messy sticky glue, when you're cutting out, just yeah, be aware that, because I use a knife to do it rather than scissors. It's just so much easier. Right, so let's do this. So I'll put this on. I'm going to try not to waste too much. Now you could use the other side. You don't have to use, I don't think you have to use it. I'll just check. Oh no, I would use that side because that's where it's been, yeah, so you can see, you can actually see that. I don't mind that actually. I really don't. I think it looks okay. And you can't see it much on this side. So, you know, whichever side you'd like. If you want to have both sides, you know, if you don't want to sort of have it glued down on anything and you want to keep it sort of maybe put a hole in it and have it as a little a dangle or something like that, then it doesn't really matter. But anyway, so what I could do is I could fold that over and then re-glue, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it this time. Because I put 2 layers of glue on this one. So yeah, anyway, let's see how I get on. If I don't like it, I can always change it. I've got plenty to play with. Oh, I didn't do that very well. You have to be a little bit, you don't want, well, I mean, I say you don't, it's not, it's about what I don't want. I don't want edges that aren't neat, at least as neat as possible. So let's see, just getting right up close to the edge. Yeah, I'm not using the knife here, obviously, I'm using my scissors, but for the inside I used my knife when I did it before. I mean, I just can't see me being able to cut out of the centre of those very well, or certainly not neatly. Right, so I've still got paper left there if I wanted to do a second, you know, a second layer. So what I did next is, I mean, you could let it dry a little bit. Just see if that, I need to glue that down a little bit. Right, so yeah, you could let it dry, but being the impatient type. So what I did is you could do it this way. I tried it this way and for some reason it ripped, so I'm going to do it this way, and then I just can see exactly what I'm doing, and just make sure you can see exactly what I'm doing. So just gently going over it, cutting it, but you know, sticking to the edge. Hope you can see this. And then I'll come down this way. You might have to go over it twice. There are tutorials doing something similar to this. I don't know if they use tissue paper, I can't remember. It's a long time since I watched one, and I can't even remember who I watched doing it. Oh, see, I wasn't very careful there, or maybe it was wet. Oh no, never mind. Oh, it's not too bad actually. It's the inside paper. It's a bit stuck there, a little bit stuck in the corner here. There we go. Oh, no, it's still stuck there, and I don't want to rip it because I could end up ripping it off. There we go. Okay, so that's the first one, and it's neat enough. I wouldn't, I'm not unhappy about that. I think it's quite neat actually, compared to when I did the other one. Yeah, so just be careful, go very gently, even if you have to go over it a couple of times. I think it works better this way as opposed to the the other way is because you're pushing down and it's tearing a little bit easier because you've got that that lip, you know, so it sort of helps it along, if you like. Whereas the other way, there's no, you know, it's just flat. So, okay. A little bit here, I think. Yeah, good, good. That was a lot easier than the first time, and it's not bad at all. So if you get a little bit raggy edge, you could always put a bit of glue on the inside, and all right, so you can see it's coming away there, so I'll just pop a little bit of glue on there, stick it down. There we go. So as I said, I could put 2 layers, but I think I'm just going to stick with the one. I'm just going to break it again into, so that it the paper breaks in the center there. So with this one, I used the inking, or I did inking around the edge of using Distress Oxide. Yeah, and I think that looks really nice. So yeah, but I don't think I'm going to do it with this one. I think I'm just going to leave it because I quite like that. I'm going to use this side though. I'm not quite, because I can cover this up actually with a label or something. So next thing is cutting out some, let me just move these. So I don't know about you, I mean, we talked a little bit, well, I talked about it rather, a little bit about it yesterday or the day before, I can't remember which day it was now, about using recycling packages. I'll just pop that on there, with these, and I keep, you know, all of these sorts of things, cellophane from packaging. So yeah, I mean, that easily, you could use that and you'll have a really nice clear specimen in there, so you'll be able to see it very well, as opposed to this one. So actually I'm going to use this today now, rather, because I think it would be nice to do something different, and particularly because it's not a grungy one, this one. So I'm just going to cut round it like this. These scissors are not that great actually, but I'll trim around it. They really aren't very sharp. So what I'll do is I'll just trim. I'm going to split it, because when I tried to do it like doubled over like this on this one, it didn't work very well. They put too much pressure on it. Right, so I'm going to just trim it down because there's too much of it. I'm just going to take a little bit off each side. You might not be able to see, I can barely see. Let's have a look. Yeah, a little bit off the bottom there. Should have done them together then, shouldn't I? Right, so I think that, I can't see, yeah, I think that fits just. Don't think I'm going to have any coming off. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just take the other piece and cut it to the same. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you're going to hide the edges anyway, so it doesn't have to be, well, certainly isn't perfect, but, you know, sure there are easier ways to do this, and I don't want grubby fingers on it. I'm going to take a little bit off that. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but I didn't cut that very straight. Still didn't cut it straight. And I'm blaming the scissors. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. It fits quite nicely. So I'll put glue around the edges of here and here. And what I did last time is I smushed them down with my finger because, you know, you don't want big lumps of glue in there. You want it to stick down fairly even. You need to make sure that it gets everywhere. So I'll just pop it. Sorry, I don't know. I'm out of view there. I'm just going to pop it on there like that. Make sure that it's smoothed down. Okay. Oh. See, this is a problem. Messy fingers. I'll just use my sleeve as I do. But that's why I wear old clothes when I come in here, because I don't want to, you know, spoil my clothes. It's not necessary for the sake of a video. I'm just wiping the glue off. Hopefully that's okay. I could have just made it all worse, but I think it's okay. Just going to smooth it down again like this. Yeah, I'm happy with that for now. And I'll do the next one, but I'll try not to touch it with sticky fingers. Okay, couldn't see it then. Right, try again. Glue around the edges. Oops, I'm not using the board. And then just smush it with your fingers to make sure it touches everywhere. And then I'll put the glue on. I'm just Rachel from Roxy Creations, that's a right idea. She keeps, well, I'm sure a few people do, keeps wet wipes close by, you know, for, sorry if my head's in the way. So I'm just smoothing it down. This one went on better than the other one. Right, now close it up, see what we get. I mean, that's okay, I don't mind that. It's not perfect, but you know, it is what it is. And now I will look for some flowers. So I have a whole range of flowers. So these flowers are, these weird coloured ones are bought ones. Somebody gifted me those, I'm not sure who, but I don't like using those type of colours. The purple's nice. I did use that purple one. Oh, let's have a look on the back. No, I mean they're dyed, you know. Anyway, so I've got a few here. I've got packets of them. Where are they? I can find my packets. I've got packets and packets, and I don't know where they are. Sorry. Anyway, I won't get distracted. So these are just some that I thought I'd use up because, you know, we're coming to the new spring and... Oh, look at that. I'll be using that one, I think. But these are pretty on their own as well. I mean, they're nice in a group. Hydrangeas. Oops. But you could easily, you know, put a hydrangea down like that. And you've got a nice little specimen. I'm going to try this one, see what this one looks like. I need to get the right side. I think that's the right side. Can't tell. It's so I'm gonna pop it on there. I'll put it on so it's at an angle. Oh yeah, that's nice. Lovely. And then I could put a little label here, or write something. And I think that's really sweet. And you could even, you know, use the back because it's you know, it's the same all the way around. So I think that's really sweet. So another one. I don't have tweezers here with me, so but I do. Is this lovely little blue lobelia? But I think it's going to be too big. But I'll just put it in and we can have a look at it. Oh, that looks lovely. I knew it would. You know, this sort of colour always looks really nice, and it actually goes really well with the edges there. So that's really pretty. I might use it. Actually, there's two in there. I wonder if let's see. Maybe I don't need to use them both. Pretty on the back, and pretty. Oh. And pretty on the other side as well. Right, so this is why you use tweezers. So the way I glue it on is I put a tiny bit of glue on the and I'm going to do that now. Now I use either one of these things, and then I just scrape some glue and then look for the back and just put a tiny dot of glue on very gently, or my awl. I particularly use my awl, actually. I use it more with wet glue. But I will use it here just because I've got this tiny little leaf petal that isn't flat, and I think if I can get some glue on there, then it might. Is that the right way? Yeah. And I'll just put a little bit on the stem. There we go. Right, now I think that will stick. Unlikely as it seems. Let's have a look. And don't forget you're sandwiching it in, so it's not like it's going to go anywhere. So next, I will put some glue down. Oh, silly me. See, this is why you need to be careful. It's smushy glue, that's the problem. It's shouldn't be like this. So blame it on the tools. I'm just going to see if I can get. So yeah, you can see it's fiddly, and I'm sorry. I will, if there we go. Put a little bit more glue on there because that keeps coming up for some reason. Yeah, I think ideally a couple of layers of tissue paper, because look what's happened. See if I can just put a little bit of glue down the side there, just to keep that down. So press down nicely, and there we go. Can't make up my mind. Do you know what? I'm going to try some grey. 'Cause I've got a grey. This grey ink. I'm going to try this on the edges. That's all right. I can live with that. Don't need to do it. I'm not so much on it. It's more the edges than the one more round. There we go. I like that. Right. Now, I could write on there, but I'm not. Well, I'm not the worst writer, but I'm not the best either. Got some snippets here, some Tim Holtz snippets that I rarely use, but maybe there's something in here that I could use. Right, I'll just move these out of the way before. As you can see, I don't have a great system. Oh dear me. Hopeless, hopeless. Let's see what we've got that we could use. I mean, oh, look at that little tiny flower there. Put that on there. Right, let's see. Yeah, I mean, you could even put one that's going off into, you know, down the side. I mean, I wouldn't do that for this one unless it was a complimentary. Having said that, what's this? I mean, you could do that, but it takes away from the flower. A little one there. But actually what I'm looking for is a label. No, I've got some smaller ones. Oh, I've got red. Didn't particularly want red. I'll cut one out. Oh, didn't ask you how you all are. I hope you're all well and enjoying the day. So I came in here this morning and did some work. Oh, never mind. Cut a little bit of the red off, but it doesn't matter. I'm not that fussy. No, I don't like it. You know when you know. What about this? This is nice. I mean, if I took, I'll take off the. I'm sorry, if this is boring watching me cut out. But if I take the edges off, it might sit. It might just sort of be better. I don't do much fussy cutting. I don't know about you. I quite fancy doing it, but I never really have much to fussy cut out. I don't, because I've not got that many printables, but and yeah, I don't really. I have used images from books, but I could do with doing more. There we go. I think that might look nice. Oh. I think it looks nice. Does it look better on the bottom? I don't know, you know, I think it's too bright. I'm wondering whether we need something darker. That's not too dark. And, oh, hang on. Oh, what about that? This is why I never use these snippets, because they're just not. I'm just not a snippety Tim Holtz type of person. I don't not like Tim Holtz. Oh, look at all these. I've got all these. Look, it's not that I don't like. Oh, that's perfect. Found it, guys. Look at that. That is absolutely. And now there I was saying I wasn't happy with the Tim Holtz stuff, and there found the perfect piece. Sorry, Tim Holtz. Right. No, I mean, I think his stuff is beautiful, but it's way overpriced. Way overpriced. And, you know, you can get some really beautiful things from other designers. And, yeah, I just think it's overpriced. But I'm happy with that. There we go. So, I'm done. I hope you like. Oh, I can see I've left a bit of a gap there, so I'll just put a little bit of glue in there. Yeah. If you do this, it just a bit more. It's easier than trying to get. Although I could use one of these. Oh, why didn't I just do that? So there we go. I hope you like it, and I'll make some more. And yeah, quick little video. Hopefully quick. I don't know how long have I been on. Oh my goodness, way too long. Okay. Thanks very much for watching, and bye for now.